In a dark bedroom, Justin Timberlake, as in JT, walks in after knocking on the door. Pockets, wake up! We're going to powwow with some dojo while we discuss our promotions. Pockets rolls over. He's in pain. I don't feel good. What's wrong? You got the flu? Pockets. I hooked up with the girl last night and she kept rubbing my balls with her hands like she was trying to start a fire. I remember she kept laughing. I've never heard of that before. Was she speaking in tongues? I told her to stop, but she wouldn't. She just kept doing it and laughing. I kept pulling her hands away and trying to get her to stroke me off, but she kept... JT laughs and points at him. You got a ball job? That's what you got. Pockets is doing some Lamas breathing. Well, you have to get up. Joe's coming over and Mike's set up and is getting impatient with us. JT leaves the room and Pockets follows him, wincing in pain as he waddles in and slumps down. He moans deeply. Mike. What's wrong with him? He got a ball job. A what? A ball job. He got his balls walked over by a poltergeist. You're a pussy, Pockets. Pockets. Shut up, Mike. You don't even know how painful this is, JT says to himself. Ball job. I know. Mike. Whatever. You are a pussy. Don't you know how to get a blow job? Pockets. I'll wreck you. Pockets stands up, trying to look tough. Mike. Yeah, right. You and your bruised balls. JT steps in between them. Mike says. You're still a pussy. JT. Whatever, Mike. Pockets is the most gangsta rapper in the city. Pockets. Yeah, I'm gangsta. Yeah. Joe walks in the door. He has a six-pack and salsa and chips. Bad news, guys. There's an earthquake in Japan and the nuclear reactor was devastating. We're going to need to set ourselves up for disaster. First thing is, we need to buy as much weed and beer as possible because that shit is going to get radiated and I do not plan on dying from smoking and drinking, despite what any doctor tells me. So let's pool our money together and start a fund. They empty the pockets. They have $40 and some candies, a couple of bottle caps as well. Try to get a quarter of that. Pockets. I'll call Casey. While Joe outlines his plan, Pockets calls Casey. A landline rings and we see a man answer, but not his face. A woman is painting his toenails. Who this be? It's Pockets. Code word first, Pockets. Oh. Lemonada. What do you want, Pockets? Pockets looks at Joe to get his attention. Joe motions with his hand. Pockets says, we have an emergency. We are hoping you could donate to our relief fund. Joe shakes his head. Just ask him to quarter. Tell him he should do it. Pockets. Can we get a quarter for 40 and some change? Casey says. Oh yeah, totally. I'll come deliver you a quarter for the price that is unheard of. Pockets, unaware of his sarcasm. Oh, cool. Thanks, Casey. When will we be by? Well, actually, I was thinking about stopping by soon to collect on the weed yard in front of you. Pockets stammers. Oh, yeah. Cool. Then we'll see you soon. Yeah, see you soon. Slams down the phone. Joe steps away from his drawing board. What did he say? He'll be over soon. Good. He flips some paper over. He has a bunch of drawings of them wearing ponchos and hats to stay dry because the rain is where the majority of the radiation is. As he has this all diagrammed out later on. Later, Mike and Pockets are in the studio. Mike has his headphones on and is making cuts. Pocket says, Mike, sorry that I argued with you earlier. My balls were hurt and I was being punk. Mike, nah, man, I was. How your raps going? Did you make any progress on the cut I sent you? Yeah, man, I got some ideas. I'm gonna take a gangsta, like Dead Prez shit. Ew. In comes JT. He starts bobbing his head to music. This beat is sick. JT starts popping and locking, and before you know it, he's breaking. Pockets. Damn, JT, I didn't know you could dance. It's a hobby of mine. JT keeps dancing. Pockets has an idea. He turns to Mike. Mike! JT could be our hype man. Mike. I don't know. That is a little 80s, and he is our promoter anyways. No, man, it would be dope. We could outfit him with some bling and have him hype the crowd by dancing and stuff. He would be the hype promoter. I guess we do need a little hype, and since you can't dance, neither can Joe, and I'm confined behind the tables, yeah, I guess it isn't a bad idea. I can dance, says Pockets. Pockets begins to lock and pop. JT comes beside him and starts clapping. Pockets moves to the floor, becomes a blade. He grabs his balls. Your balls again? Pockets nods in pain. They never got better. They were purple and shriveled last time I looked. Like a raisin. JT's in the background. He doesn't notice Pockets was in pain as practicing his hype game. California knows how to party. Put your hands in the air. Mike says, my girl's a nurse. Maybe we should have her look at them.
I think the next scene is with Kelly, so if you want to stop there.
I'll do my best to be Kelly.
Alright.
Mike and Pockets walk into Mike's girlfriend's house. She's cooking dinner. Are you coming over for dinner? I'm preparing cordon bleu. Yeah, but I have to go to the grocery shop shopping with the boys. Joe wants us all to start eating healthy or something. You don't think my cooking is healthy? I do, but it has to do with radiation and stuff. I didn't use a microwave or nothing. Well, whatever. I'll call Bruce and eat with him. I said I would be here for dinner. Who's Bruce?
Pockets says
Pockets says, who's Bruce? Mike replies, her gay friend. Bruce is not gay. He's just sensitive. Well, if he isn't gay, I don't want you hanging out with him. He might try to make a move on you after you get finished reading his poetry. Mike pauses and looks around, then remembers why he brought Pockets over. Mike says, oh yeah, will you look at Pockets' balls? He had them... She interrupts and throws off Raven. No problem. Drop chow, Pockets. Mike turns away and shields his face with him. Ouch. They look like raisins. That's what I said. Honey, you're going to have to be gentle with them. She motions with her hand. Pockets does the same and nods. Gentle, says Pockets. Mike, why do you call other guys honey? I thought that's what you called me. I call everyone honey. I call my dog honey. Your dog's name is Honey. Pockets says, we have to go meet Joe so we can make it back in time for the Blazer game. Mike turns to leave. His girlfriend walks back into the kitchen. I'll come back over later, she mutters under breath. You ain't coming nowhere. Mike and Pockets walk outside. Did you ever meet up with Casey? No, he never came over. I'll call him. Casey's in a hot tub and answers the phone. All we see is his back. Who dis? Pockets. Code word, Pockets. How am I supposed to know it's you if you don't say the code word? Lemonada, lemonada. Small pause. Pockets says, hello? I'm waiting for you to tell me what you want now. I was wondering when you were coming by. I'll be back soon with your deal that you want has me losing money. Do not worry, I'm not expecting to be paid for the last sack in front of you either. Pockets. Cool. Casey drops the phone and the girl hangs it up for him. Mike looks at Pockets. He's coming over soon. Just in time for the game, says Mike. The two speed off. Joe and JT are dressed in ponchos and rain hats. They're leaving for the store. Joe says, okay, don't get wet. The most harmful radiation is in the rain and especially the water, because that's where it pools up. They go outside and get splashed as a car drives by. They try to dry off, but it starts to rain. It is so windy their hats won't stay on. This continues the whole walk to the store. The four guys, JT, Joe, Pockets, and Mike, in a grocery store. Joe has a cart. Okay, guys, remember, no dairy, no leafy greens. Does that mean no beef? Says JT. Joe thinks for a second. Yes. What's the difference between leafy green and grains? There's no difference. No grains. What about vegetables? Leafy greens absorb the radiation in the rain. The rain goes directly into the food. So should we stay from root vegetables then? Yeah, none of those. The guys continue to look through the produce section. They can't find any food that is suitable. JT. Can't find any food that fits our needs. Mike. Me either. Joe. Unabashed. Keep looking. There has to be something. JT's looking around. Hey, where's Pockets? We see Pockets talking to a woman who then turns and slaps him. Pocket walks over to the group. Find anything, Pockets? I asked the grocer if she had any watermelons. She said no. And then I said, Pockets previously, yeah, you do. The flashback is over. Pockets is holding his head. Man, Pockets, every time, says Mike. What did you guys find to eat? We hear Joe yell. There has to be some food. What am I going to eat? God, why have you forsaken me? Back at the studio, Joe is having a beer as JT is drawing up posters. Mike is spinning and notices Pockets grimacing. Still hurting? Yeah, I wish Casey would get here with that sack. Have you tried working out? That always helps me. The two go for a run. Mike stands over him and yells encouragement while Pockets does push-ups. Pockets rolls over and grabs his balls. They go back to the studio. I can't take this anymore, says Joe. Me either, JT says. He grabs a box of crackers and starts eating them. Joe, too, starts eating the crackers. Mike comes in. What's going on? Joe's gone manic. Couldn't take it anymore. We were eating, we weren't eating. I need substance. Pocket says. Fuck it. He grabs a beer. Mike, too. They sit down. Casey never called back, huh? Pockets nods. Mike says. Probably pissed we still owe money. Joe. That reminds me, I found out that a local grower is out of town and left his buds hanging out to dry. We could run up there and swoop his crop and not worry about wheat for a long time. A long time. We should do it. The others sip their beers in agreement.